Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. My name is Akila. I am today here to present to you about the behavior modification for improving health and well-being. So me, myself, Akila, and with my three friends, which is Faraha, Ikmar, and also Loshini. So before I go more into this, I would love to introduce you guys a bit here and there about why did we come with this program. So as everyone knows, a fulfilling life depends on a person's health and well-being. Studies show that around 80% of people fail to maintain New Year resolution because of stress, ineffective time management, and unhealthy lifestyle choices. A mathematical approach to changing behavior using ideas from learning theories is called behavior modification. So, people can work toward long lasting health improvement by recognizing unhealthy behavior, comprehending what causes them, and implementing evidence based skill into practice. So, this report describes how to use an organized behavior modification program to identify changes and assess unhealthy behavior. It thoroughly examines the target behavior, covering functional analysis causes, effects, and particularly the targeted goal itself. So the objective is to provide important insights into the real world application of behavior modification theories by showcasing how well behavior intervention work to promote healthier habits and enhance general well-being. Next slide, please. So here we will be talking about our targeted behavior, the 5 targeted behavior. First, unhealthy eating habits. Okay, so people often skip meals or choose fast food due to busy schedule, and obviously when you are having this kind of food, these meals are high in sugar, salt, unhealthy fats, lack of essential nutrients, and second, lack of physical activity. Okay, so many people don't get enough movement because they feel tired of or unmotivated. So this increases the risk of weight gain, heart disease, and other health issues. And third, overuse of caffeine. Okay, people rely on coffee or energy drinks to stay awake. Excessive caffeine affects sleep quality and causes more stress. Okay. Then the fourth one is poor sleep patterns. Okay, not sleeping enough make us feel more tired, more or less productive. It also impacts mental and emotional well-being. Okay, then overall, I would say also the main targeted behavior is actually the negative cycle itself. Okay, so all these unhealthy habits that I've just lead you on, okay, it can lead to a cycle of declining health. The worse we feel, the harder it becomes. Okay, next one is the functional analysis. Okay, so like you can see here, there's antecedent, which is, we call it as triggers for we call it as like a trigger for the behavior itself, which is action taken due to such situation, and the consequences from the behavior itself. Okay, so we are talking about the antecedent. Several triggers contribute to unhealthy lifestyle choices, including stress from workloads and personal responsibilities. Okay, lack of proper sleep due to excessive caffeine intake, and poor time management. Poor eating habits such as skipping meals, fast food consumption, and digital distraction lead to inactivity and disrupted sleep patterns. Like I said previously, everything is actually related to each other. And then the behavior that you taken from the triggered. Okay, the action that taken, all right? Unhealthy lifestyle choices often result in specific action that further reinforce negative health habits. Okay, individuals under stress tend to opt for quick and convenient food option. Okay, and then a busy schedule may lead to skipping meals entirely, causing fluctuation in blood sugar levels. Okay, and then a lack of physical exercise due to exhaustion or lack of motivation further contributes to declining physical health, weakening cardiovascular endurance, and increasing the risk of weight gain. So all of this actually from one to another one, and consequences from all of this is the long-term effects of these unhealthy habits are severe and multifaceted. Okay, so affecting both physical and mental well-being. And then physically, individuals experience weight gain, chronic fatigue, or an increased risk of conditions such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular the immune system is weakened. Everything, it gets much severe than before.
Hi everyone, this is Loshni. I will be continuing here with frequency table before and after and the treatment applications. So over here, take a look of the table showing here. So our client is Miss Regina, who is 33 years old, and we are noticing here of her very poor time management and healthy living. So we have come up with a treatment plan to improve her current behavior and also focusing on reducing her screen timing, like watching TV, scrolling phones for very long period, etc. So we set a behavior contract with Miss Regina, and for instance, she might be receive incentive or privileges for accomplishing her desired goals. So the positive reinforcement that applied, like treat herself with soothing bath after working out for targeted time, after reaching her goals for drinking enough water and eating balanced food, and also having a good sufficient sleep. She can treat herself with exciting or weekend activities to motivate her. So to stick to the plan or schedule, we advise her to make a reminder on her phone, set a reminder on her phone, and make sure she includes vegetables and fruits compulsory into her each of meals of the day. Hi, on this slide we are seeing the table shows of the frequency table after treatment. Overall, the summary of progress will be a major improvement, a notable rise in managerial practices, exercise, hydration, and balanced diet by Miss Regina. And also, she managed to cut down her screen timing, regardless whether it's a TV or usage of her phone. Overall, Miss Regina made a significant stride towards forming a healthier routines, as a proof of AVA treatment plan was actually successful by knowing her emotional and physical well-being is being improved. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Farah. So today I'm going to share with you the other possible treatment to improve our unhealthy behavior into healthy behavior and well-being. Okay, so we tend to choose non-drug therapies because, from our opinion, drug therapy could lead to a drug dependence. So we choose two other treatment, which is cognitive behavior therapy and rational emotive behavior therapy, REBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a therapy that uses psychotherapy technique to help individual mental health condition and emotion concern. It's identify and change unhelpful thought, pattern or behavior. CBT is a structured, evidence-based treatment, therapeutic treatment, and or approach that aim to address thought, behavior, and emotion. It target the underlying cause. So, it helps an individual to focus the connection between the thoughts, feeling, and behavior, and aim to develop more realistic and positive way of thinking and acting. So here is how it works. First, they identify and challenging and negative thought, and then we will focus on changing the which behavior or pattern that we want to change. So from the process of therapy, it helped the individuals to develop a coping skill between the problems and how to solve the pattern and how to change the negative or negative thought or negative pattern or negative behavior. It's a structured and limited time time-limited therapy, which is to focus on present problem and solve the problem. Okay. Although there are some debate among experts about the relationship between REBT and CBT, some sees REBT as a type of CBT, while others argue there are two very distinct approaches and methods. While CBT and REBT are based on similar principle, they have several key differences. Both approach work to help you accept and change irrational thought that cause distress or any unhealthy behavior. But REBT places a little more emphasis on the acceptance part. Okay, so for REBT, it's a therapy that focuses on identifying and challenging the irrational thought and belief to manage negative emotion and behave. Core principle in REBT is ABC method. So how is ABC? ABC, A refers to the activating event or situation that trigger a negative reaction or response or thought or behavior. B is for belief or irrational thought that you have in an event or situation or your behavior. C refer to consequences. Consequences often the distressing emotion that result from the irrational thoughts or belief. So, scenario, REBT would focus on helping you to reframe how you think about why the person or why the behavior didn't respond. Maybe it's kind of look hard, but when we change or reframe how the way we think, it's going to be easier to change once you have identified this pattern, the therapies will help you to develop strategies to replace the pattern with. D is for disputation, where the rational start to process, and E is for the effective new way to solve the problem or to change the unhealthy behavior. So let's talk about effectiveness of the treatment. So CBT and REBT are very popular in USA and UK. So they are widely used to treat so many mental health condition and any distressful or any negative thought. So for CBT first, CBT are widely used to use various type of mental health, the conditions for anxiety, so for insomnia. So for anxiety or the stress, the effectiveness of CBT is about 50 to 70%. It is stated in US Daily. One of our concern is to change the sleep routine. This therapy was proven to have use effectiveness in treating insomnia. So next, CBT is a goal-oriented short-term therapy. The efficiency depend on how long and how frequent the therapy is. As for REBT, it is very trusted method. I found an article in from Harvard University. This REBT is effectiveness and is widely used. It is a valid treatment that helps obsessive compulsive disorder, social anxiety, depression, and disruptive behavior. So it tells here it has a valid research back in 2017. It is also a unique therapy because sometimes they use humor as a therapeutic tool to help individuals to take things unseriously and look the problems that they have differently. But bear in mind that everyone is different. Different people will.
Hi, my name is Nur Izzatu Ikmar. I'm going to present about the topic change to make if to continue change the chosen behavior. Self-reflection. Track your progress in the table, tick your progress daily, and reflect the results every week. Accountability. Share your journey with your family and friends. Share your journey with talk with them with the supportive person. Build a proper structure. You can come out with the roster, schedule, and plan your exercise, your grocery day. Positive influence. Avoid negative thoughts. Go to the positive environment. Mindfulness. Manage your stress and practice being present. Reframe thought. Only focus on a positive thinking and self-compassion. Consistency. Even through setback, stay focused and consistent in your journey. Conclusion. Changing unhealthy behavior is a gradual, non-linear process that demands ongoing self-awareness, dedication, and the right support system. The key elements for the success include regular reflection on personal growth, setting achievable, realistic goals, cultivating a positive and a supportive environment, making a consistent and a small-scale changes, tackling underlying issue with approach like CBT and REBT, embracing self-compassion, maintaining consistency, and practicing mindfulness are vital for navigating setbacks and achieving lasting improvement in overall well-being. Recommendation for future study. Personalization. Study how personality culture, life experience, shape behavior, change success. Social influence. Examine the role of peer support groups such as community yoga and social networks. Self-compassion. Research how self-forgiveness and compassion improve motivation and adherence. Mental physical health link. Study the impact of the mental health of the changing behavior like overeating or inactivity. Technology integration. Explore how digital tools such as apps, wearables support habit formation and health tracking. Long-term effectiveness. Evaluate the sustained impact of CBT, mindfulness, and exercise program. Behavioral triggers. Investigate emotional, social, and environmental factors influence unhealthy habit.